Disorders of heart. One is hypertension. Hypertension is also called as high blood pressure. The normal blood pressure is say 120 bar 80 millimeter mercury. So it's the pressure with which the blood is being pumped by the heart. So it should be normally 120 bar 80 millimeter mercury, where 120 stands for systolic pressure. That is when the heart chambers contract, whereas 80 millimeter shows the diastolic pressure. Now, instead of 120 bar 80, suppose if it is 140 bar 90, then it indicates hypertension or high blood pressure. So it can lead to various diseases in heart diseases that can in turn affect the other vital organs like brain or kidney. Another type of disorder that affects the heart is the coronary artery disease. So this is when the coronary arteries that supplies oxygen to the heart muscles, when they get deposited with materials like calcium or fats or fibrous tissues, or cholesterol. On the sides, if such materials gets deposited, what happens is that the lumen of the arteries will become narrow. The lumen gets narrow, and therefore the oxygen will not be able to reach properly the heart muscles. And this disease is also called as atherosclerosis. The next is angina. So whenever the coronary arteries get blocked by the materials like calcium, fats, cholesterol, fibrous tissues, the heart muscles will not be getting sufficient oxygen. The cardiac muscles will not get sufficient oxygen. In that case, the patient experience chest pain. So this chest pain happens when oxygen doesn't reach the heart tissues. Chest pain is called as angina. The next is heart failure. So there are some terms called heart failure, cardiac arrest, heart attack. The differences are like this. If it's heart failure, it means the heart is not pumping blood. Failure to pump blood is called heart failure. If it is cardiac arrest, it means heart is at rest, which means the heart stops beating. Heart stops beating, which could be due to pacemaker problems, that is the sinoatrial node or atrioventricular node problems. Now, heart attack means the heart muscles gets damaged due to insufficient oxygen. So these are some of the disorders that affects the heart. The first is hypertension. hypertension, and then comes coronary artery disease, angina, that is pain, heart failure, and cardiac arrest, heart attack.